The ANC's Musa Dladla region on the KwaZulu-Natal North Coast is expected to hold its 8th elective regional conference this morning. The conference comes after the Ethekwini Region held their own conference last month, where Zandile Gumede emerged as regional chairperson. SABC News reporter Thulani Msimang has more on the story.
Thank you very much. We are at the Musa Dladla region where the ANC is holding its elective conference, 8th elective conference here of the Musa Dladla region in northern KwaZulu-Natal. The conference was expected to get underway at about 10 o'clock, but seemingly it has been delayed for a while. Delegates are slowly streaming into the venue now, where they will start shortly. Some of the contestants that we've had names of that are vying for the leadership position is the former mayor of Mhlatuze municipality, who's expected to be nominated. We've heard his name being bandied about by candidates here. Also expected to contest is the name that we heard was that of Thembeka Mchunu, as well as Tholi Gwala, who are also expected to be nominated by candidates. But I'm going to speak to the ANC spokesperson in KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. Ntombela, who's going to tell us what is going to be going on today, the proceedings that we're expecting to start to get underway. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Ntombela. Can you just tell us what is expected to happen today?
Well, it's the regional conference of the ANC in Musa Dladla region. It's the 10th regional conference we are holding now. Only one is outstanding after this, which is in Nkosi Pambada, which hopefully will hold next week. Then we are on track in preparing for the provincial conference. Delegates are coming in their numbers. Out of this process, a new leadership of Musa Dladla region must be elected. But also we expect the regional conference to make a reflection on the outcomes of the last local government elections. We're in charge of the district here and the 4 municipalities. We have lost all of those municipalities, including the district, to the IFP. So the ANC must make an honest introspection. What went wrong? Why are we losing the trust of our people? We even lost our own wards. So they tell you that more than just electing a leadership, that introspection must be done beyond discussing organizational matters in preparation of the organizational renewal and preparing for the provincial conference, and of course the policy position issues as we prepare for the police conference and toward the national conference.
Yes, you're saying that it must be disappointing that you have lost the district here, especially when you reflect on the fact that some of the most prominent leaders come from this area. I'm thinking of the name of former President Jacob Zuma from Nkandla, which falls under this region, and the former MEC of Kokta, Mike Mabuyakulu. What are the issues that you think you did not do well on when you lost this district, and the new leadership that is expected to focus on to regain trust of the people that you once ruled in this region?
One of the issues we have observed, in particular, not only in this region, across the province, is that some of our comrades in their areas of deployment, they've taken for granted their responsibilities. They've forgotten that they are servants of the people, and that led to us losing a number of municipalities. We could have done more in servicing our people, and we failed. If you fail to provide water in your biggest township of Ethekwini, you can't expect the majority of those people to come out and vote for the ANC. There were issues also in regard to us, in regard to our internal processes of selecting candidates, which had an impact in some of the wards here in this area, where in some of the wards, the people who were elected by the community, conveniently they were omitted and others were put on the list. So those are the issues, and a number of other plethora of other matters which we have identified post-elections when we were doing that introspection, that there are things were done wrong and we must work on that self-correction. Key on that self-correction is the renewal of the ANC. Key on that self-correction is an acceptance that we have done wrong. How do we correct ourselves? Because the majority of our people did not come out to vote. So they were sending us a message that they don't have another alternative, but they are hurtful with us as an organization.
Santomela, back to this conference itself, we've observed in the past that some of the conferences, the regional conferences that have been held in the past this year recently, have been delayed by issues related to the adoption of the credentials. What is the status of the credentials? Has that been sorted out? Are we expecting delays, do you think?
Well, we don't expect any delays in this conference in regard to the conference program, be it credentials or disputes. For the first time in this region, we had no disputes pending leading to this conference. So there are no issues which can warrant the conference delay. The only issue now we're pushing comrades on is that we call on comrades to be called where they are. You know that where we are located, it's almost the same outside of the Richards Bay, because they wanted a separate location to ensure that the security of the conference and for the delegates to concentrate. So they are coming from Mpangeni, they are coming from Richards Bay, which is delaying the start of the conference. But beyond that, we don't see any other issue which might come up or be the reason of any issue which might be a dispute. We're expecting a peaceful conference. Immediately the delegates, they arrive, we're starting the conference, and we'll finish the business of the conference timeously tomorrow.
That is ANC spokesperson in KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. Thulani Msimang, giving assurances that there may not be any delays because all the things, the credentials have been sorted out of the conference that is expected to get underway very shortly. Delegates are slowly streaming in. He said that they are being kept at a venue separate from here, and the conference is expected to get underway shortly. But for now, it's back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much for that. That's Thulani Msimang joining us there in KZN ahead of that conference.